So Gavin Newsom's wife, Jennifer Newsom, she decided that she was going to show a group of female journalists who's the queen of Cali and the mother of the house. And I don't think that sat pretty well with them. Let's take a watch.
California will provide $90 million in state taxpayer funds to Planned Parenthood. The government approved this today.
At the bill signing, his wife, first partner, Jennifer Newsom, lashed out at journalists. KCRA3's political director, Ashley Zavala, explains what happened.
So you're telling me Gavin Newsom is trying to run for president and that's what he's going to bring into the White House? First partner? It just doesn't add up to me. And I don't have the time to try to adjust, all right, to make it the norm. I'm just going to stick with what works best for me, which is man, woman, wife, husband. Let's keep watching.
Governor Gavin Newsom hosted this press conference, which was really a bill signing to sign off on $90 million in grants to help Planned Parenthood amid federal funding cuts and after clinics have had to close, especially in Northern California. But this is one of the few opportunities that journalists in the California Capitol Press Corps get to ask the governor questions. And so a lot of the questions after that bill signing revolved around other topics. For example, I asked about the high-speed rail and what's going on there. So at some point, about 10 minutes into Q&A, the first partner had this to say.
We just find it incredulous that we have Planned Parenthood here, and women are 51% of the population. And the majority of the questions, all of these questions have really been about other issues.
Not about women.
So it's just fascinating. You have this incredible women's caucus and all these allies, and you're not asking about it. And this happens over and over and over and over again. You wonder why we have such a horrific war on women in this country and that these guys are getting away with it because you don't seem to care. So I just offer that with love.
The gaslight. What war on women? They've been speaking about this war on women and war on gender roles and war on illegal immigrants. And the only side I hear talking about war are the liberals, the lefties. That's the only set of people I hear talking about war. Nobody else is talking about war. Just the lefties. But let's keep watching. So I'm going to bring it back a little because I want y'all to get what just happened right here. Because the only set of people I see laughing or hear laughing are the people that's behind her.
And that these guys are getting away with it because you don't seem to care. So I just offer that with love. You have incredible women in this room, and you have these allies. Ask about what we're here for today, don't you think?
After that, only one on-topic Planned Parenthood-related question was asked, and then more off-topic questions followed. I should note that most of the journalists in the room were women. Reporting at the state capitol, Ashley Zavala, KCRA3 News.
So they kept asking off-topic questions, which means they didn't give a damn. They didn't care what she had to say. They were going to ask what they want to ask. We're going to watch another video. Now, this is from one of the journalists that was actually in the room, and she asked questions as well. So we're going to get right to it, and she's going to play this clip that we just saw. But I want y'all to look at Gavin Newsom's reaction in the back, and we're going to highlight it. I'm going to freeze the frame so y'all could see that. He wasn't so happy at all. Let's take a watch.
Because you don't seem to care.
That was California's first partner and Governor Gavin Newsom's wife, Jennifer Newsom, scolding journalists for not asking the questions that she was hoping to hear. I'm right outside of the press conference room where this happened. I was sitting about 20 feet away from her when she said that. This was at a bill signing where Governor Gavin Newsom was signing off on $90 million in state grants for Planned Parenthood. It comes after federal funding cuts and as some clinics have had to close in California. Now, a setting like this is one of the few opportunities where the California Capitol Press Corps gets the opportunity to ask Governor Newsom questions. So oftentimes in settings like this, they are off topic. That was the case today. My questions, for example, were around the high-speed rail. Others were around Casey Wasserman, the governor going to Munich, and other topics. And then suddenly, that's when the first partner stepped up to the podium. I should note that most of the journalists in this room were women, from the Associated Press, television, to the New York Times. A lot of them represented by women. I'm going to play the whole clip in full, but after she said this, journalists continued to ask off-topic questions. This is not abnormal. This happens across the country. This happens especially in Washington, D.C. Journalists have a right to ask what they want. Here's what she said.
No, we just find it incredulous that
Y'all check out the reaction here from Gavin Newsom, right? Check out his face.
we have Planned Parenthood here, and women are 51% of the population. And the majority of the questions, all of these questions have really been about other issues. So it's just...
Y'all see that? He's realizing that she's going a little bit too left here.
You have this incredible women's caucus and all these allies, and you're not asking about it. And this happens over and over and over and over.
Look at his reaction, y'all.
You wonder why we have such a horrific war on women in this country and that these guys are getting away with it, because you don't seem to care. So I just offer that with love. You have incredible women in this room, and you have these allies. Ask about what we're here for today, don't you think?
He was not a happy man right there. Or partner, we should say. When they were driving home together, I guarantee you, he had some stuff to say. Gavin Newsom just went to the security conference, the Munich security conference over there in Munich, Germany, and all the man did was drag Donald Trump. I mean, he bashed and trashed Donald Trump throughout the entire conference, y'all. I'm not making this up. I'm going to be posting another video about it. And let me ask this. How is he going to fund a $90 million Planned Parenthood bill, aka throw your children away bill? But yet, the same state that he's governing over has the highest number of people experiencing homelessness in the entire United States of America, with almost 190,000 people who are homeless in the state of California. I'm gonna let this creator on Instagram end this video. I dropped her handle down in the description below in case you wanna follow her. Her page is dedicated to bring down Gavin Newsom. If you're here for the first time, welcome to my humble home here on YouTube at 10 minutes late. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, show me back some love, hit the like button, and also drop a comment down in the comment section.
This controversial Assembly Bill 1421 was passed 43-18 on Thursday, despite pushback from critics suspicious of another pinch on their wallet. It says the bill does not enact a tax, but it will fund research on rates and collection methods by the California Transportation Commission and State Transportation Agency. A report on the conclusion is due on January 1st, 2027. I wonder how much that's going to cost taxpayers to fund this supposed research before we already know that they're just going to probably implement it and tax us for every mile that we plan on driving around California due to your moronic decisions of pushing fuel efficiency and not calculating that you don't have the funds. Maybe stop robbing us California blind, and then you'll be able to maintain a beautiful state that it used to be. Again, of course, all allegedly. But we know what you're up to, Newscom. You're a piece of shit, and so is your wife, and we don't believe anything you're saying.